Hey everybody, how's it going? We're gonna record. We're not gonna not record. Life has to go on while we're still here. I'm gonna start every video with this until it's done. Okay, which is, what have you done to try to remove Vladimir Putin from power today? What have you done in your life? Everybody in the world should ask themselves that question because you are in fear. We should all live in somewhat fear, or at least awareness, that he may order a nuclear attack on where you live tomorrow. Unless you live in a super remote place, you got a chance. And of course, the global impacts of a nuclear war would be immensely devastating. So just think about that. What have I done to remove Vladimir Putin from power today? Tell your friends. Do something. I'm doing something. I'm telling you, he needs to be held accountable in the International Criminal Court. I'm guessing Ovechkin's wife and his kids are actually probably they're there right now. You think they're going to be able to come back to America? Imagine the pressure that guy's playing under right now. He's friends with a maniac. He doesn't want to kill everybody. He wants to kill people on the ice with checks. He doesn't want to do it in real life. But when you're threatened by a maniac, this is the kind of world we live in right now, and we all have to remove him from power. That is the number one priority everyone should be thinking about. And at least the world is, but whatever. Let's get to hockey. Sorry for the politics. I know it's only threatening all of our lives every goddamn second. Sorry, I can't focus. All right, well, let's talk about hockey. Algorithm's been doing okay. This is the only one I've been doing right now. Just not interested in. Even though it's been winning, I've been winning money hand over fist. Sorry, not sharing with you guys. I've been focused on other things. But here, anyway, whatever. Likes the Rangers over Winnipeg is number one. Likes Carolina. Like Carolina yesterday too, and they won. Here they're playing the Kraken. Let's see, we hit a bunch of underdogs yesterday too. It was great. What else is it like? 3 pick is Tampa Bay over Chicago. Makes sense. Chicago blew one yesterday. Late coming back. Dallas over Minnesota at an underdog line. I was looking at this. It was really complicated to read yesterday because you want to be looking at the pick rank and you want to be looking at the margin. And you don't necessarily want to be looking at the scores for really large disparities in streaks. And what I mean by that is, like I'll show you where there's a conflict and why you should believe one over the other. So when is this team favored? Like one team's favored, but the pick rank is the opposite. Let's see if that exists anywhere. Right here, actually, this is one. So Dallas and Minnesota is one of these games. And I'll explain why it likes Dallas and why you should read the algorithm as more Dallas than Minnesota. And here's why. So over the last 30 days and 15 days, Dallas has been playing much better comparatively than Minnesota has. It doesn't favor them by projected score and raw projected score. It doesn't favor Dallas by adjusted power. It does here, though, in the power projected score, and it does in the pick rank, which is the 6th best rank instead of the 11th best pick of the day, which is Minnesota. Not to mention it's an underdog line, but it's because Ottinger's goaltending is supposedly better than Cam Talbot, and because the team is just streaking better. So even though you see something here that looks like a 4-4-ish game, which goes to overtime, Dallas supposedly does a lot better based on the way things are going recently, and more focus on the goaltending matchup creates that. So as you go down the list, that's why I did this by pick rank instead of by projected score stuff. Let's see if there's any other issues like that. Here's a really close one of San Jose and Anaheim. So it looks like Anaheim's more of a favorite in the regular projected score. However, I guess it should be Anaheim all the way around for no reason. It's just still got it's the goaltending matchup. Yeah, the margins. It's still this is the closest game by this type of margin. I guess it's because both of these teams are playing poorly is the reason for that. It's not necessarily like the comparison between the two makes this one of the closest games of the day. And that's kind of interesting to think about because it's kind of like a team that's playing better wins more. And so that's why you give them the nod more. And when both teams are playing bad, it's harder to predict because they're both not able to do what they're supposed to do lately. So that's kind of interesting. And Vegas over Ottawa becomes, honestly, Leonard and Forsberg. So you'd expect some, no goalie differential, and this is also one of the lower picks. So when you're looking at clear picks, really it is. It's the Rangers at even money. Goodness gracious. Rangers at even money. The goaltenders are confirmed there. It's Carolina's line is awful here. But you'd expect a lot of goals with Ranta instead of Frederick Anderson going. So you can see there's this weird 11.6 goals or something. So if they have one of these high scoring battles because the goaltenders are having trouble, then you get an over in this game, and that's playable. Tampa Bay and Chicago. It's 5-2 Tampa Bay. Vasilevsky's expected. Tampa Bay didn't play yesterday, so Vasilevsky's probably playing. Marc-Andre Fleury, tough. This is a tougher game to predict. It's not a good line. No. What else we got up top here? St. Louis and New Jersey. St. Louis blows a game yesterday to the Islanders. New Jersey, not a very good team. It's only won a third of their games. St. Louis, Ville Husso got that good goaltending rating, though. So it's a good line. You look at some of these lines are actually reasonable. Your St. Louis line, your Ranger line. I'd say the over in the Seattle, Carolina is how much? 6 or 6.5. You can take an alternate over of 6, and you're probably gonna push it worst. This Dallas-Minnesota game, because they're an underdog and Dallas has been playing better. So there are some good lines in hockey today. LA and Buffalo. LA, my kid likes LA. That game's actually going on right now. It's actually 1:30. So it's thinking that's actually a really good pick of the day, but the line's not excellent. I know I'm blabbing on and on, but whatever. I'm looking at this for my own purpose. I've been winning money through FanDuel when I'm in an area of St. Louis, New Jersey game's also going on right now. It's actually 1-0 New Jersey right now. Time to bet St. Louis. I'm talking through all this because it's been really actually pretty predictable to do some 4 or 5 team round robins with picks from this, over-unders and teams, and you don't hit stuff every day, but when you hit them, you tend to get sweeps of things. Like yesterday what ended up winning me a bunch of money was I bet Calgary down here because it had Calgary to win this game. It actually basically predicted the exact score almost when you look at the comparison between the two scores here. But I bet Calgary. I also bet the tie in this game because there's a really low margin. Calgary won, I guess, in overtime. I fell asleep, but that's what I woke up to, was that winning. And there was just a lot of, I had Montreal also. It said take Montreal. Montreal, again, on this crazy winning streak since St. Louis has come in there. He's really turned the team around. I took Washington, which basically predicted the score exactly at the raw projected score. There's a lot of things that just hit evenly, and when you just use it as a guide, you hit 4 or something like that. You end up hitting 15-1, 10-1. It depends on what you do parlay wise or round robin wise exactly, but it plays out overall because you win multiples of your bet as opposed to just one of your bets. So if you split up your bankroll using a bunch of different picks from things you see here at reasonable lines as well, as pick good lines. Don't play things with bad lines because even if you win, you don't win enough. So you want to either get things wrong and blow your wad, or you want to get things right and make a huge multiple and expect to have some losing days. But then overall, my ROI, I got to talk to the guys at Odds Jam. I keep seeing their videos and I love what they're doing. They're checking out odds. I don't check out odds or anything. I just use the app, just go down the list on my phone, let it rip, and then turn it off. That's just something else. They're checking stuff all day, and they probably could be making a fortune if they're not already using this. And I'm sure they do. I'm sure I've sold these to some of those guys. I just haven't talked to any of them really directly. But I'd say go check them out because I see their videos all the time, and they're doing like player props. Somebody asked me about player props and can I do this thing for player props? And I'm like, let's get rid of Putin first. We got stuff to do. All right. So good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning. May all your lives be alive, and may all your dictators get toppled. All right. Good luck.